Joseph Church. Michael Doherty. Oh, no. Wow. Michael Doherty's watching. What's up, Mr. Michael? Mike. Jeffrey Montgomery, valued commenter. Mark Cato. Known that guy for 30 years. Jerry Morgan, top fan. Kevin Clevenger, top fan. Dalton, morning. Big great nut row. Jacket Building Atomizer called me. Probably tell me I got some injectors and stuff done. Matt Milks. Joe, I'm not even going to say your last name so I don't screw it up. Wayne, One Bad Grizz. Rodney Simpson. What's up, Mr. Rodney? Did you ever get your truck fixed? I told you about that motor builder. Ellen Blake. Joe Fresh. Curtis. Tony Montgomery. Skip Spiller. Goat. What the fuck's a goat? You guys got me twisted. I was never goat. That was a guy that drove a blue car. That's probably just a misspell, though. Get to work. Fuck, why do I got to get to work? I'm sitting here giving live feeds to you guys because you want live feeds. It's funny watching watching the analytics on the page and doing posts. They just don't really do a whole bunch, but do a live feed? Oh, yeah. Goes to the roof. April Bryant's watching. Wow, I've been wondering where April Bryant's been. William Harrison, Don Williams, Cisco, I'm not going to say last names in case I screw it up. Kyle Bennett. We're looking forward to No Problem, Kyle, and we need to start getting people aware of it. Maryland, Samuel from Maryland. Tim. We are Cordova. Steve Plum. Brian Carter. Who you recommend to build a big small block? Oh, there's a lot of people. Probably the biggest small block builder should be back together soon. Fun run with that. Ronnie, you better pack your shit tighter than that. There it is. Sorry, I missed that. Chase? Uh-oh. Chase is always watching. Yeah, you got private message me and tell me where you went, Chase. Chip Moore, Indiana. We can get a few more people in here, and then we're going to start talking. Show you guys what I'm talking about. You seen the picture of the bike. Hello from Sweden. Frederick. Bill Beetle. As a matter of fact, that is a good one to have an engine built because he did my 581, and he's got, two of my motors up there. If you don't mind shipping it, he's fast. He got 90% of everything you'll ever need right there in stock. 142 says we went 150. We're going to spin around. Well, you can't. Somebody just signed out. Tim from Ohio. Billy Krupp. Raul. Texas is in. Jeff from South Carolina. Chris Bennett. Bryant. That's why I don't like saying last name. Jim from Winnipeg. There we go. 150. Okay, so let's talk about this. I know you guys don't ever see me doing bike stuff, but this bike, I've had it for a long time. And actually, Monte Smith, when he first seen the bike, he said, that is a badass bike. I said, Monte, you could own that bike. And he said, I could never afford it. But here's the thing that Monte did that nobody else has ever done. I'm going to show you guys some details on this bike that if you're not into bikes and don't look, see how the spokes are fluted? It's nasty too. See how this is fluted? This bike was built by Covington here in Oklahoma. This is the bike that won him either the best bike award in early 2000, late 90s. But everybody sees this bike, they say it's a nice bike, but they don't notice all the details of this bike and all the little things they did to make this a show-winning bike. And believe it or not, when this bike was built, It was a $160,000 build. I know that sounds retarded, but you got to remember this thing was built in the late 90s, early 2000s when bikes were huge. So when Monte Smith, and it's a theme bike, Spawn, there he is. I bought this bike from a friend of mine. Her dad had this bike built and he'd passed away. And she made me a really good deal on this bike because she knew I liked it. And she said she wasn't going to pay the inheritance tax if she sold it for what it was worth. I gave this bike to Monte Smith because he was the first person that ever noticed all the cool details about this bike, and he just fell in love with it. Now, I mean, it's nasty because it's just nasty because it's been sitting. I've actually tried to avoid looking at it since Monte passed away, but when we were down there at his funeral, I asked where the bike was and told the family and everything. I said, I gave him that bike and I want that bike back. So I had to search because Monte had taken it over to a bike shop to have it fixed because it killed the starter or broke the flywheel or something. So he'd taken it over to a shop. Why everybody keeps calling me all of a sudden. He took it over to the bike shop to be fixed, and nobody knew where the bike was. He dropped it off in November, and of course, you guys know Monte passed away on March 6th. I'm gonna flip it back around. Monte passed away on March 6th. He took the bike over there. I don't know if he forgot about it or just got busy because he was always busy doing something. But hard for me to talk about. So I stayed in Alabama till I found the bike. It was pretty cool because I went to a bike shop there in Huntsville, showed him a picture of the bike and said, I'm looking for this bike. He goes, you're a Reaper, aren't you? I said, yep. He said, let's see what we can do. By the second phone call, he turned around and handed me the phone. He goes, here's the man that's got your bike. So I told the guy I was coming to get it, and I went over there and told him, you know, I don't know if you know Monte passed away. Yeah, I'd heard that. I guess he was just waiting to see if Monte was going to come pick it up. I don't know. But I paid the bill on the bike, and I brought it back home. I haven't done anything to it since then because I just wanted it back because it was something between me and Monte. But I'm fixing to. It's full of old gas. I'm fixing to put this thing up. Of course, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to go back through it. Tires are kind of dry rotted. I'm going to, a little bit about the bike. It's got a 120-inch Merch motor that makes about 150 at the tire. It is the fastest Harley I have ever rode in my life. And a friend of mine that put fork seals in it that actually did my Fat Boy, he rode it and said, man, that thing is stupid. The first time Monte rode it, before I gave it to him, I told him, hell, let's go for a ride. So he fires it up. He's down at the house. He fires it up. And we, well, Adam, should have said something before now. And I got to walk. Can't sit still. So Monte jumps on the bike, and we're at a stoplight. And I told him you got to roll the throttle on it. And he didn't roll the throttle. He just nailed the throttle and jerked him off the bike. I said, oh, man, dude, I forgot to tell you. You better hook a foot underneath the pegs or the bike will jump right out from under you. So you guys know the Monte Smith Memorial Race is coming up. It's going to be real hard for me to keep my shit together at that race. Hopefully, I'm going to lean on the support of the friends of mine that are coming that I'm not going to mention because they had a lot, they cared a lot about Monte. And 3 of us are going to ride this bike down the racetrack. That's pretty much what I wanted to fill you guys in on at Holly Springs. That was his hometown track, the track he loved. He considered his hometown track. So we are going to do our no prep race there the 1st and 2nd of March, and it's a Monte Smith Memorial Race. We are going to and honor Monte. We have a nitrous class that doesn't matter what the car is, as long as it's got nitrous on it. Stacy's Camaro, we're going to bring it because it's got a supercharger, but it's also got nitrous. That way, she wants to race in Monte's race because Monte was very, very close to her too. So you guys will. Now, I'm not going to race this thing down the racetrack, but I am going to ride it down the racetrack because like I said, he was pretty hung up on this bike. And I've been hung up on this bike for a long time. When I went to put it up for sale once, guys talking about painting it black, and I just said, nah, I said, dude, I can't sell you the bike. I'm sorry. So, bike means a lot to me. It meant a lot to Monte. The reason I gave him the bike is, like I said, some of the stuff I just showed you guys, people look at this bike and they just don't see it. But if you're into bikes and you're into one-off custom stuff, sorry guys, I keep looking over at the bike. The more you look at it, the more stuff you see about it. So, where was I at in life? Well, okay. I'll have to answer that sometime. I'm an open book. I'll give my life story to anybody, because I'm pretty proud of what I've done. I've worked my ass off to get where I'm at. Even though everybody thinks it's Discovery money, I've made my own money. I don't get paid that much from Discovery. But I'm going to bring this bike, and 3 of us that are very, very close to Monte, well, 3 other people are coming. Me and 2 of them are going to ride the bike, because the other one never rode a bike. So that's the best way I can think to honor him. I was sitting there going, man, is there any way I can get my Camaro done so I can take it? I don't even have a nitrous car running right now. And then I thought, you know what? I think this would be more for him. So, like I said, guys, Holly Springs, this is the most important race of the series that I'll do. The closest one, the dearest one to me, because of who it's for. And I mean, all you guys, there's a Monte Smith memorial page that I don't go on very often because it's just hard for me. But if you guys got some pictures of Monte, his fiance, who he was with for 10 years, sweetest woman on the planet. And Monte asked her to marry him 10 years ago, and she had been in a pretty rough relationship before and just wanted everything to be right. But he loved her with all his heart. Very few people ever got to see her, because when Monte was with her, he was only with her. He didn't talk about racing or anything. But if you guys got any pictures of Monte, she follows that page and she gets to see, because like I said, she didn't know that much about, she didn't know Monte was an icon in drag racing. I mean, I told her, even after he passed away, she said, yeah, I know that a lot of people talk to him, but she didn't realize how major an icon in the racing sport he was and what he's done for everybody out there. He taught me everything I know about nitrous. So, man, it's hard to do these things where you don't look like you're looking down all the time. So, the Monte Smith Memorial car, good question, Adam. It's at Chassis Engineering. It's getting real close to being done. I put the 756 out of Reaper in it. It will be at Drag Week. But car's looking badass. I will call Clayton today and ask him to send some pictures, since 5 or 6 people have asked about that car. I'll post some pictures up about it. It's looking really badass. Probably gonna be one of the nicest cars I have, and we're gonna ride that bitch and roll the wheels off of it, because that's one thing. That's why I'm not taking my twin turbo car. I did not want to hear what he would say to me about twin turbos. So, guys, that's a little update. I want to thank everybody that came out to Emerald Coast. We've had so many people that everybody had a great time out there. And you guys talk to anybody, that's what it's about. All the fans are happy. People were happy. Everybody had a great time. We had fun. We were clowning. Everybody got to see a side of me you normally don't see, because I'm laughing. And it was Ozark this year. Yeah, we're having a no prep race at Ozark. But it's kind of funny. We didn't have a real good car count because of the weather. And we didn't have a real big spectator count. It was probably... It was under 2,000 people, about 1,600. We haven't finished the exact numbers, but I'll tell you what, we had a blast. If you guys watch the videos of Jeff Lutz and I want to thank Jeff Lutz on this deal, because he didn't ask nobody's permission to come down. He just came, called me and asked me if it was okay, and I said, of course it's okay, Jeff. You're welcome anywhere. But it was an awesome race, a lot of fun, and that's what these are about. Growing the sport, getting these guys some recognition. I took all the drivers down on the line, introduced each one of them, let them tell a little bit about themselves, where they're from, what their car was, and we had a good time. Brett Self pulls me aside and he said, man, he goes, he said, ain't no promoter ever done that. And I said, I'll tell you why, because I'm not a damn promoter. So I didn't, and I don't consider myself a promoter. You guys all know what these things are about. Wow, that thing got blurry quick. I gotta get my eyes fixed. The thing is they're about having fun and they're about getting you guys racing. So everybody got to see a different side of me because I wasn't stressed over worrying about cars and all that stuff. We were just there to have a good time. We had a good time. Blue Chevy 2 was giving me problems. I never got upset about it. I went out there, I raced it in 2.0, and I just really didn't care. We were just having fun. So you guys go on the page. This, like I said, this race is very, very important to me. So I'm the only one that lost video. Oh, I don't know about that. Now I'm not worried about money. This is not about money. It's about racing. It's about trying to grow the sport. It's about getting you guys out there, turning a tire, and having some fun. So that's what it's about. That's what the whole series is about. I don't care if it never makes a dime. If it does ever if it starts making money, I'm just gonna put it right back in the purse. I would like to, at the end of the series, I would like to have the final be about 50 grand to win big tire, about 25, 30 grand to win small tire. So I'm going to keep putting money back into it and see how big we can make this. Like I've always told all of you guys what made us who we are, not what we are right now, not who we are. We did that ourselves. But the fact you guys follow all this stuff and you love these live feeds, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for the fact that you guys love this shit. And I don't know why you guys want to listen to me rattle, but everybody like that poster that's got the Holly Springs race on it, or any of them. We're probably coming to a racetrack near you. I got them spread out enough that we could get a huge, we could get a huge part of the South and the East. And guys, we'll see you at Holly Springs. I have a kind of an idea that we'll probably be doing a live feed before then, since they say that the only thing I like better than racing my cars is doing live feeds. If it wasn't for you guys, that's the only thing I like about this, is seeing you guys' comments and the positive outlook you got, and the fact you guys support me in everything that I do. So there's Sheldon. Sheldon from T&D came in. So guys, I'm going to get off here, and I've got carburetors to rebuild, and I'm sitting here looking at it. I guess Monty rode the piss out of it, because I haven't seen his bike this dirty in a long time. But I'm gonna dust it off. We're gonna clean it up. When I get the carburetors and everything cleaned out, probably do a live feed, and you guys can hear this bitch run, because it is the fast. My other Harley's 107 cubic inch. It's like racing a moped against this thing. But thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, go to the page on the Holly Springs deal. You guys helped me make this the biggest race to honor a great man that helped everybody, regardless of whose nitrous system you had. He was just there just to watch everybody go fast. Amazing guy, very good friend, and we're going to honor him. We're going to honor him at Holly Springs, his hometown track. So, Matt, the help I need from you guys is get this thing out here. Because like I said, it's going to be, I want this to be the most memorable race. I don't care how big it is. I just want everybody to remember it, and remember the man that was an icon, that every nitrous guy out there, if you ever met him, he was there helping you with your car with no gain in mind except just to see you go fast. Guys, I'm out of here. Thank you.